Wow, dang. It's Friday night. It looks like Trump just went ahead and fired like the US attorneys. Um 46 of them. I wrote it down somewhere. But anyway, and cuz he's saying that they're holdovers from Barack Obama. Uh, and that, because I guess because they're loyal, or maybe because they're patriotic, or and of course, and he hasn't hired anybody. He is so scared, so he thinks that, that I guess that the rest of the government is against him. Why would you think they're all? Well, first of all, I read a very interesting thing where they had like 5 points of why you could definitely start impeachment now. And it just, in my mind, states that we do have to vote the Republicans out of office because they're just not having the best interest of the American citizens. Uh, and with this healthcare thing, it also has a thing in there where elderly then the poor will be paying more taxes as the like if the rich will be getting a tax break. So his ideas on what America needs to grow is the opposite. Like he's trying to take credit for the job uh, 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 thing going up. The high level of the job things, and that would be like well, I guess like if you don't know how the policy works, but if you have lived through the beginning of Obama's administration uh, in 2009, is you would have realized that the Wall Street and all the stuff that was going on with Wall Street was going on why Bush was, they were busy, you know, uh, uh, like picking on Bush. The news do have a problem with picking and being more of a comedy, and I think that's one of the reasons why Trump had got into office is because he was on the news so much, and it was so. I used to get sick. I stopped watching the news because I didn't want to see him, and now he's president. But anyway, it's so weird that um, all this information was known beforehand. There was people in the know, but and I think the problem, there's no way in hell Pence don't know what's going on. He's supposed to act like he was the smart one, the more intelligent one. Like, oh, he know how to talk to reporters, but he's denying knowing about Flynn and what he's been doing, and it just lets you know that the Republicans are are in it really for their pocketbook and playing some type of political game that it's not in the best interests of of America. It's not. They're they're full of hate. We got to get rid of Planned Parenthood. That's what Americans want, and they tell it to you so many times. Like, oh, okay, now that you said it 11 times, now that's what I want. No, it don't work that way. All it is like now I'm aggravated that you keep repeating the same thing. Oh well, he promised Obamacare. Well, he didn't ask anybody. The Republicans didn't ask anybody if we want to repeal Obamacare. They're just telling us all this stuff they want to get rid of, or that Obama did. They didn't ask the American people. The American people didn't vote for Trump. The election was rigged, like Trump said it at the beginning. Trump was saying the election was rigged. He was letting us know ahead of time. You know, they can't hope but tell us because they have this narcissistic thing about it. Ha 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 ha. And Pence is the same thing. You can see, he has a little evilness to him. Like he got like a real attitude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say like they shitty liars, but I used to teach primary, and I know some 6-year-olds that could tell a better lie than they can, and that's the problem. And so now he's firing 46 people, to tell them they got to leave immediately because this motherfucker is so paranoid. Does he? And if your people like you have around you are busy making deals with Russia, what makes you think that they trustworthy? What makes you think that Pence ain't gonna stab Trump in the motherfucking back the first chance he gets to save his ass? Or any of his other greedy ass motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? He can fire everybody, the motherfucker he wants to. It's still enough evidence that's left that will impeach Trump because of the actions he's been doing in the last fucking 50 years, 60 years. Yeah, and the man's old and he's been doing dirt for a long time. It's real obvious he's had business with Russia because he was in there with Miss Universe. And he married a Russian, whatever she is. Hell, she might not even be a born female as far as we know. Hell, I hear about how some of the, go to extremes to be Miss Universe. Who knows? I'm sure she is a woman. She had a baby. So, but there's no question of that really. Uh, Except for like who knows how much plastic surgery she has, Uh, uh, and why? Because Trump don't give a fuck about the way he looks. Yeah, and he has the nerve to grade other women. Like, oh, she a 3, she a 10. He's a 0. The only reason and the only reason why he is president now is because he was in bed with the Russians. He's helping them laundry their drug and their prostitution money, and they get it other ill ways. You know, and the reason why I say that because look where Russia is. Russia's right over there near Afghanistan, heroin, opium capital of the world, next to South America. But Turkey's littler. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting over that. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for the pharmaceuticals to manipulate Afghanistan and Turkey than it is in South America. You know what I'm saying? South America is not gonna let you, do the same thing. But anyway, let's see the gray. Oh, mint. Anyway, it's they're gonna have to do something because we still got a war. Look at Mosul. These poor Muslims that are still trapped behind enemy lines. With ISIS attacking them. The children. I don't understand the Republicans and Trump's inhumane ideas on how to handle the policies of the United States. They're negative, they're judgmental, and then when you look at them, Trump is talking about grabbing women's pussy. Trump is a bully. He talked about Rosie O'Donnell. He talked about, he talks about everybody else's wife. So you know what he really thinks about his wife. And you can look at his associates. So even though he fired those 46 people in the U.S., the attorney with it doesn't take away the evidence. And the only way we could probably do anything is because, like, there are still elections coming up in different states, and I couldn't tell you which 50 state at the time. But it is something that we need to stay on and think about. Because I know, like me, myself, the the local people here, I really hated my choices that I had. Um, and like the mayor we have, he's a Republican. He has really like self-destructive ideas and negative ideas, and that's what's wrong with people like Paul Ryan and stuff like that. Is that their ideas play out in people's lives as self self-destructive, non-productive, and could be as dangerous as causing death. Uh, because whatever judge and I see that with a lot of Christians, judgmental Christians, like around here, judgmental Christians, and usually I find that they just project the the nasty, horrible shit that they do on other folks. They just assume, everybody else has the same tendencies or whatever. Like around here, everybody has a lot. Well, it's Freud, when he talks about like the son or whatever, secretly wanting having sex with his mom. It reminds me of this um, other saying, the midwives used to talk about, if not the sexual attractive, but a hate for their mom, a disappointment, like when they're whooping them, or they find out that that maybe she's a prostitute, or maybe she's a secretary that doesn't make as much money as she's able to make the house look like. That they find out that, oh, like, well, we're poor, or mom's a lady of the night, or mom's been getting beat up by dad all these years, and like and like or and the reason why they used to say there would be a hate, because there's a certain rejection, neglect, uh 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 uh, uh and not being able to answer teachable questions that a child may ask. Like, how do I make a bologna sandwich while you're arguing? Can I make my own food? So they don't have time to do that between. So, or just finding out that their mom is not perfect, that but it stems from the society now separating and fracturing the family. And so and I'm more cotton to being around here, and like I had somebody come by. I'd caught them like stealing from a couple of houses down, and I anyway it anyway. So like he saw me, and he's like apologizing or whatever, and he's like, oh, all of us around here are related one way or the other. He looked at me side eyes. I was like, ugh. But the whole time, like he just had to come and apologize, because it's, I don't know why he did that. Oh, he had to let me know somebody had passed away. Because I don't talk to some of these people up here. They always call the cops. They do shit to you, stick their kids on you, and then call the cops on you. So they abuse their kids, and like she was abused, you know. And these are the people I see, and that's how I see some of the Republicans the same way. Because here in the South we have a Jim Crow thing, we have a racist problem, and we have an ignorance problem. And the ignorant problem is that they take secondhand information and don't really check, or you know what I'm saying? They It's like whatever the preacher says in the church, like they're not gonna. They just listen to it and like, okay, now that's fact. And he could have even could have had a bad morning, didn't sleep good or something, and made a grievous error, or you know what I'm saying? Where they get their information from, it's not credible. or they or people intentionally giving them misinformation, you know. Um, but uh, but they believe it. You know, they want to believe the lies. Like I got really mad the other day. Oh, my phone didn't work, and this girl's like, because like I got mad, and I guess my voice got, look, I'm tired of you guys. You're gonna punish me because your shit don't work that you brought up in my house, and you want to come back up in here, and like if you do not find something that you want to find, you might be able to charge me. I'm like, nah, man, don't be coming up here. Just like leave a message for your CO for me, and I said, fuck you. So you see how I said fuck you. And then my shit started working. But the thing is that, like they were just gonna punish me. I don't even understand really the Republicans at all. You know, because I guess they knew they got elected. Um I don't know. We'll find out what's going to happen, but I know one thing that's going to happen. You have so many people that it's going to affect in such a negative way, and I know I'm rambling. I'm just so stressed out that we have a president that um is a traitor, and that it looks like some of the people that he brought with him were traitors, and it's a treason act, and that it's going to affect the United States, affect me personally in a negative way. It's going to take money out of my pocketbook. I just noticed when I went grocery shopping on the 9th here yesterday that I'm getting a lot less groceries than I was just 6 or 7 months ago, and I'm still buying basically the same shit. Some fish, some chicken, some turkey, the same shit. I'm always buy. You know what I'm saying? And so, there's the I see what I was alluding to is that the first part of Obama's, for the first 3 or 4 months, he had to deal with the disaster from the previous administration, right? Um, See, right now, what's his name's having it real easy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't left with a mess, so he has it real easy. Now, in 5 or 6 months, you know what I'm saying? If they still playing the same game where we're gonna repel and do all this stuff, undo everything that Trump did in his administration, knowing that the Republicans hadn't worked in 8 years, haven't did anything in government for 8 years, and that's why right now I don't think they're capable. As an example of their healthcare plan that they was working on so diligently, and they had to have it all high. They didn't want nobody, which they would have. It would have been probably behooved them to have some other, even Obama people leftovers help them, but they so paranoid. Just like I'm trying to allude to the people around here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I liked her grandma a lot. I just can't stand some of her kids. And the problem is that the drug problem they have here, just like it, the drug problem here. I don't know. That's one thing I notice about people that got whooped. They can't stop doing certain, things. Anyway, I don't know. Ugh. I just hate to see that, oh God, that we're gonna lose our constitution because of the Republicans. Such a disrespectful for the poor, the elderly, uh, blacks, Muslims, Asians, or anybody else that's not Caucasian. That they will disrespect us in such a way that they would jeopardize the security of the United States. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is it's always happens in the United States. One of the racist supreme, whatever Ku Klux Klan wanna be bitches, how Hitler was saying motherfuckers, is going to end up when it affects their pocketbook. They go on a shooting spree.